10 Saudi Middle Eastern adjudicators face capital punishment after they were considered too delicate on ladies' privileges activists. 10 adjudicators are confronting capital punishment in Saudi Arabia for being too delicate on basic liberties campaigners and ladies' privileges activists, it has been guaranteed. After signing confessions in which they admitted that they had been too lenient in cases involving state security, the men have all been charged with high treason, which carries the death penalty. Abdullah bin Khaled al-Luhaidan, one of the judges, released Loujain al-Hathloul, a prominent advocate for women's rights, 2 months after she appeared before him in December 2020. Al-Luhaidan suspended Loujain's 6-year sentence by 2 years and 10 months, allowing her to walk free in February 2021 in addition to the time she had already served. Loujain performed on a one-world stage with Meghan Markle when she was younger. In preparation for the lifting of Saudi Arabia's ban on women driving, the 31-year-old al-Hathloul and more than a dozen other women's rights activists were detained in May 2018. Her family said that she had been tortured and threatened with rape for 1,001 days in detention. According to a report by Democracy for the Arab World Now, Dawn, a Middle Eastern reform advocacy group, Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman has replaced these judges with hardline loyalists who are reviewing a number of political activists and Twitter commentators' trials. For their use of social media, the newly appointed ones have already begun significantly increasing the sentences imposed on 2 Saudi women. Last August, Leeds College PhD understudy Salma al-Shihad had hers expanded from 8 to 34 years for purportedly helping protesters trying to disturb public request by retweeting their posts and distributing bogus tales. Salma, 34, whose Twitter account has 2,700 supporters, was captured while on vacation in Saudi Arabia in 2021 subsequent to calling for changes and arrival of activists in front of the outing. Meanwhile, Noura al-Qahtani's sentence was increased from 13 to 45 years for using Twitter to challenge the country's leaders. She is a mother of 5 in her late 40s. 6 of the judges accused of high treason are from the Specialized Criminal Court, which is used to prosecute cases involving terrorism, and 4 are from the High Court, which is the country's highest court. Since their arrest in April 2022, Dawn claims that they have all been kept in silence and denied access to legal counsel. Despite having sentenced a minor and many others to death, including some of those who perished in the mass execution of 81 people in one day in March 2022, another judge ruled that Abdulaziz bin Madawi al-Jaber is one of the accused. Dawn's Gulf director, Abdullah Aloud, stated, "The shocking allegations leveled against these judges demonstrate that no one is safe in Saudi Arabia, as many of them have handed out egregiously abusive sentences to Saudi citizens at the Crown Prince's direction." The Crown Prince's larger purges throughout the country and his attempts to make the judiciary subservient solely to his wishes are exemplified by the prosecution of these judges. Nothing safeguards a Saudi resident's essential privileges to life and opportunity, not even indiscriminately submitting to the crown sovereign's directs or completing his filthy work by condemning his fault-finders to extended jail terms. By prosecuting these judges, MBS is sending a message to every judge in the country that they must be as brutal as possible to avoid their victims' fate, the statement reads. At least 138 people were executed by Saudi Arabia in the previous year, more than in 2020 and 2021 combined. Despite the 2021 moratorium on the use of the death penalty for nonviolent offenses, this continued. Jamal Khashoggi, a Washington Post journalist who was killed by a Saudi hit team in the country's consulate in Istanbul, co-founded Dawn. The dissident's death was most likely ordered by MBS, according to the CIA, who denies involvement. Subscribe, like and share our channel for latest royal news across the globe. Do not miss to press the bell icon below to get the latest videos. The human rights situation in Saudi Arabia has been a matter of concern for many years. Some of the major issues include restrictions on freedom of expression and assembly, arbitrary detention, lack of due process and fair trials, and discrimination against women, religious minorities, and migrant workers. The Saudi government has a long history of suppressing any form of dissent or criticism of the ruling monarchy. There have been numerous reports of activists, journalists, and human rights defenders being detained and subjected to torture and other forms of ill treatment while in custody. The government also continues to use the death penalty as a means of punishing crimes, including non-violent offenses such as drug-related crimes. Furthermore, women in Saudi Arabia face significant legal and societal restrictions, including the requirement of male guardianship, which can severely limit their ability to make decisions and participate fully in public life. The country's strict interpretation of Islamic law has also led to the persecution of religious minorities, such as Shia Muslims and Christians. While there have been some recent reforms aimed at improving the human rights situation, such as the lifting of the ban on women driving and the relaxation of some restrictions on entertainment and social norms, there is still much work to be done to ensure the protection and promotion of human rights in Saudi Arabia. Subscription and sharing of the video is the lifeline for small YouTubers. Therefore, please subscribe, like and share our channel for latest royal news across the globe. Do not miss to press the bell icon below to get the latest video.